So this week, I saw a video that I have never seen before. What on earth? Why hasn't this been brought up before? Well, hello, my silky friends. This week I went straight down the rabbit hole. One of my viewers suggested that I watch a channel called Sleuth. Y'all, you need to watch this channel. If you are any kind of critical thinker, this is amazing. So I actually believe it was one of her videos that brought this to my attention because I have never seen this video. It is of former Sheriff Tobe Leesenby. And what the what? Take a look at this.
I was listed as a suspect in the initial investigation, believe it or not.
Okay, you're telling me that the sheriff was first considered a suspect in this double homicide? Does that shock anybody else, or is it just me? We're taking a deep dive into Delphi. We're going to kind of put them in a series because I think each one needs to be delved in. And I'm afraid if I put it all in one video, it's going to get, a big old mishmash. We don't want that. I've told you before, I work with law enforcement, and when something happens in my area, I don't think there's ever been a time that the sheriff was the first person that we suspected was involved. I could be wrong, but to me that's bizarre. My question is why? Some of the things that would connect anybody to a crime scene is, first, if you're there. So, were you there, Tobe? I'm not saying that he's guilty. What I'm saying is I am questioning why you were a suspect. Being at the scene of a crime certainly will make you a suspect. The second thing that could make you a suspect is if they find some of your unmistakable personal items, such as a badge falls off or something like that. If they found something of yours at the crime scene that specifically says law enforcement was here, then that would be suspicious. Of course, another thing would be DNA, a fingerprint, something like that. Another thing that could tie you into a crime scene would be an eyewitness. So was there an eyewitness that somehow said, well, I saw the sheriff in that general area around this specific time? That would make you suspect. Another thing that would make you suspect is voluntary disclosure. Okay, did you say, I was out there in that area just yesterday hunting or walking on the trail or whatever? The girls were missing on the 13th, found on the 14th. Did somebody say, I saw you there earlier in the afternoon? Did you say you were there? Now, again, this isn't an accusation. This is just why were you a suspect? Now, putting some critical thinking to work. Right now, I'm just questioning what kind of witnesses or evidence would even make somebody look at you. Do y'all find this weird? Because I do. It tells me there is some element in this case that pointed towards law enforcement or to him personally. Now, obviously he has not been charged and, they kind of dropped it. Why would you even say that in an interview? I don't think I would even admit, well, they were looking at me first. No. So then there is another video that I want you to take a look at. This one I believe is also by Sleuth. Check out the face.
I believe you have just a little bit of a conscience left. And I can assure you that how you left them in that woods is not what they're experiencing today. directly to the killer.
Okay, what did you notice? And I'm not even talking about the facial expressions. I'm noticing something that is very, very obvious. While Tobe is listening to someone else, he's looking down. Yeah, you can look at all the micro expressions and make, a guess as to what he might be thinking. But did you notice the color of his cheeks and his head? Now, no disrespect, Tobe. It looks like you probably have a case of maybe some rosacea or something like that, either high blood pressure. I don't know. I have rosacea. If I am not wearing foundation, then I look sunburned. So, it is what it is. But there is something about this condition that it is very easy. Maybe it's a red hair thing. I don't know. But it's very easy for me to blush and to flush. And these kind of things you cannot control. It doesn't matter how hard you try, how much you tell yourself you're not going to do this and you're going to remain calm. There are things, words, triggers that are going to heighten that color. And that's the first thing that I noticed. Now, does that make him guilty? No, it does not. What it indicates to me is that maybe you know more than you're saying, or other people know more than they're saying. Is it some kind of remembrance of something that happened that day? Or, I don't know. Because look at this picture. He obviously has the pinky cheeks, but you notice his head is not flushed. It's not the same. Okay, you can see that there is some kind of emotion going on with Tobe Leesenby during this press conference. So I have to wonder, are you hiding something? Or do you know something that you can't say that you're hiding, covering, whatever? I don't know. Tell me what you all think, because this was completely new information to me. Now, we're going to dive right back into those hand signals. Y'all made a lot of comments, and then I found a lot of information afterwards. I want to give a shout out to all of you creators who are doing a great job, like Shadow Sleuth, Eye of Apophis, True Crime Design, Julia, Crime Night, excellent channel. I know there's a ton of them, okay? And I encourage you to watch every one, because these are people who are digging for the truth. We're not trying to just go along with the narrative. We're asking questions. And if it were your family, you would want someone to ask questions too. So that's all I have for this one. We're going to do a part 2. We're going to be talking about different aspects, the signals, the timeline. That is going to be huge. I found another video that did the same thing. Blew my mind. Tell me what you think below. In the meantime, research. Find out what's going on. And for heaven's sakes, remember to stay silky.